Welcome to our practice today. I'm Jenna, and this is a practice for Rosh Chodesh Tammuz, but can be practiced any time in the year. And Tammuz, according to Sefer Yetzirah, is a time where we rectify our sense of sight and vision. The Arizal says this is a perfect time to cultivate an ayin tov, a good eye. And of course, we need to do that through the whole year. So this is a potent practice to help us see the good. We'll begin in a seated position, and you may have heard of eye yoga, but it has been proven scientifically to help adults with any types of eye discomfort or blurriness or vision problems. And we'll just do about a minute of this and we'll get into our flow. So begin by looking at the very tip of the nose, especially if we're gazing at our screens all day. This is a really great opportunity to bring back agility into the eyes. And then take the eyes all the way to the right as far as you can without moving the chin. Nice. And swipe the eyes to the left as far as you can go without moving the face. And then take the gaze back to the nose and then lift the eyes up to heaven. And then sink them down all the way to the ground. We'll do that again. Kabbalistically, the 4 colors of the eyes correspond to the 4 Hebrew letters in God's name. So start at the tip, the essence, and we'll take it to the right. This is the Yud, representing Keter, the white space of the eye. And then swipe it to the left. This is the Hey. In the eye, there's a reddish gold color. This is the upper Hey, representing Bina, wisdom, or actually understanding of wisdom. And then gaze all the way up. This is the Vav of Hashem's name, the color of your iris, whether it's blue or green or brown. This represents the 6 emotional sphirot, the Zer Anpin. And the Vav draws light from above to below. So take the eyes down, the lower Hey, which is the black part of our eyes. This is Malchus. Nice, and then gaze back at the tip of the nose. Bring the palms together so the fingers press towards each other. And then keep the chin level. Just gaze down over the tip of the nose, looking at the fingertips. Maybe you need to tilt the chin just slightly. And notice if there's a softening of the upper or lower eyelids. Nice, and look forward. Let's rub the palms together, creating some friction, some warmth and heat. The Tammuz is a hot summer month, so let's give ourselves a sun bath over the eyes. We'll take the palms and press them over the eye sockets gently as the eyes soften, like we're giving ourselves a warm eye bath, washing away any negativity of the eyes. And Tammuz is a time to overcome any jealousy from negative eyesight, especially in the summer when we see everything is revealed, people wear less clothing, and jealousy is more prone this month. So, can we reset our vision? Even a tiny speck of dirt in the eye can cause great discomfort. Similarly, any tiny spiritual speck of jealousy or negativity in our vision can really harm our pure sense of eyesight, which has so much tremendous spiritual power. Sometimes we need to look away, close the eyes, and come back within. And release the eye bath. Let's take a side bend to the right. So palm to the mat, lift the fingers up and over, keeping the eyes soft. Dropping that right shoulder down. Is that left sit bone coming up? If so, draw it down. And back to center, and we'll flip to the other side. Right fingertips up and over. Right sit bone plants down. Soften the gaze. Beautiful. Come back to center. Hands to the knees. We'll press the chest forward. Gaze up and keep the eyelids soft. Shoulders are pulling back. Even as the chest opens and rises, the gaze remains soft, steady. And exhale, navel to spine, roll onto the back of the sit bones. Pull the shoulders forward, gazing towards the navel. Inhale forward, breathe open, gaze up. Exhale, roll it in as you gaze inwards. Inhale forward, the right eye is the outward gazing chesed. This is where Kabbalistically, the right eye is where we see the world. And exhale, coming in, the left eye is how we see ourselves. It's the inward gaze, the gevura. That's why we have two eyes for this healthy balance. One more rolling forward, breathing in. Exhale, gazing inwards. Sometimes it's easier to look at someone else and see their faults, but we need to also check in how we see ourselves. And we'll take some big shoulder rolls to the front. So many of us are hunching forward in our day, and let's just take out any tension of the shoulders and neck. And we'll reverse the rolls the opposite way. Nice. Let's come onto all fours. Knees are under the hips, palms under the shoulders. Inhale, gaze forward, drop the belly, tilt the pelvis up. Exhale, flatten the top of the feet, draw the navel in. What are you seeing within? How can we correct our vision to see outwardly? Inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, draw it in. Keep going, following your breath. We don't see objects the way they are. We actually see objects the way we are. So when we change ourselves, we actually change the way we view the world. Such a powerful transformative sense. And the Torah says the heart follows the eyes. Are we looking at the right things? And how are we looking at things? Through the lens of positivity and holiness, or with eyes of jealousy and ayin hara, negative eyesight? Let's send the right heel back and the left fingertips forward. And this is where the gaze, the eyesight, really helps to balance and steady ourselves. So gazing forward as a means to find balance. If the right thigh is lifting up, gently draw it down to face the mat. Nice. Are we breathing here? Stabilizing. And then inhale, draw elbow and knee into the chest. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Follow the gaze to the center. Exhale, gaze forward, stabilize. And then flip the palm, hold on to the top of the foot, kick into the back hand, rise away from the ground. Where are you looking? And are your eyes soft or are you gripping with the eyes? One more breath here. Exhale, release, heel, fingertips forward. And then press the right heel down, lifting up onto the knee so the heel and knee are in line. Slide the right hand down the outer edge of the shin, lift the fingers up and over. Is there something in your life that needs fixing of the eyesight? Perhaps the way you view a friend, a family member, or even yourself, an event that happened, an object. It's this time of Tammuz to really cultivate a more positive vision. Bring the left hand down, press into the outer right heel, fingertips up and over the head. Full body side stretch from the right heel all the way through the side bend. Throw the fingertips. And roll to the front. Both palms are planted. Right toes are back. And then draw the right knee down. And we'll just take a few circles. Rolling out the pelvis, the belly, the chest. In this month of heat and difficulty, it's up to us to bring some coolness, some fluidity, which is also why the element of Tammuz is water. When things get stuck and difficult, we have to bring in the cooling, life-giving, nourishing waters of ease and openness. Let's send that left foot back, right fingertips forward. Stabilize the body through the gaze. Inhale, right knee in towards the elbow tip. Pull the gaze in. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, gaze forward and reach. Last one, bring it in. And exhale, extend, open the palm, hold onto the foot, kick it back. Roll the right shoulder back. Keep your eyes fixed in front of you, but not gripping. And then release and extend. Bring the right palm down. Slide the heel to parallel to the knee, and we'll lift up and over, sliding that hand over the outer shin. So the right knee is under that right hip, and from that right hip, we begin to open, lengthen, and deepen towards the left. Nice. Bring the right palm down. Press into the outer edge of the foot, fingertips up and over. You can bring the eyes closed, giving yourself a eye bath of darkness, and how that's also really nourishing and soothing for the eye, especially with so much artificial light. So when you feel like you have the balance, I invite you to close the eyes at any point in the practice. Let's roll it forward, palms down. And we'll step it back into downward facing dog. Let's pedal out the feet, bringing the heels down, gazing between the legs, shaking your head left, noticing the eyes swipe to the right, the yud, and to the left, the hey, and then gazing forward between the hands, the vav, and between the feet, the lower hey. Find some stillness here. Inhale, right leg lifts nice and high. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, left knee lowers, top of the foot down. Pull the right heel towards the knee. Inhale, gaze forward. What are you looking at? Acknowledging your vision and any work you need on this vision. And also gratitude for this gift of sight. Let's flip the toes and bring the palms down so we're on the heel. Reaching the crown towards the top of the foot, but pulling the right heel towards the hip, folding in. Find your breath and notice how the breath affects your gaze, how you see, how you balance. And then walk the hands forward. We'll tuck the left toes and just lunge forward into warrior three prep. So the fingertips are on the ground. The left toes are back. Nice. And from here, we can bring the right palm to the side, the left palm to the side, or keep the fingers down. If you want more of a challenge, extend your arms to the side, or even reach them in front of you. Steadying the gaze. And exhale, fingertips down. Standing splits, lift through the top toes. And then you're going to lightly bend the right knee. Left knee comes diva squat. Sink the hips, touching the back of the knee. Inhale, lift on up. Exhale, left knee behind the right and sink the hips down. Inhale, right hand up and over. Twist to the right. You can bring that left elbow onto the top of the knee to help you deepen into the twist. Keeping the eyes nice and open, inviting in the sights of the world, and also choosing to close the eyes when you need a break from the rush of sight and images and advertisements and agendas. The fact that we can close the eyes and open them is extremely powerful in our spiritual work. Let's turn back around, palms to the mat. Step the left foot back. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to outer right wrist, setting up for pigeon. Now, if you have a block here, I forgot to bring one, but I love to come down into pigeon and rest the forehead on a block, closing the eyes. If that's not available to you, you could also lift the thumbs and press into the third eye, or stack the forearms and press the forehead down, closing the eyes, finding your breath. The first time we see the word for sight in the Torah is when in Genesis it says, Hashem saw the light and it was good. And the literal reading of this verse is Hashem saw the light because he was good. So because Hashem is the source of goodness, he saw the light with goodness and positivity, and therefore affected the light and impacted the world of light to be good. So again, when we change ourselves, we change the way we view things. And not only do we change the way we view things, but we change the object or the thing or the person itself. And it's a very deep Kabbalistic understanding, but it's true. When we look at the world a certain way, we actually impact the creation that we're looking at. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Seeing the light, that it was good, ki tov. Let's lift up onto the palms, tuck the left toes, draw the right knee in, three-legged dog. Go ahead and bend the knee, open up the hip, roll out that ankle, and then step into downward facing dog. Gazing between the legs, shoulders lifting away from the ears. Inhale, left leg rises high. Exhale, gaze forward first, and then step between the hands. Right knee lowers, top of the foot down. Sink the hips. Inhale, gaze forward. Sweep the palms high. Funnel your vision forward with positivity and goodness. So we're actually creating that ripple effect into our future. Just looking forward with hope, positivity, and Ayin Tov. Let's flip the toes, coming onto the heel of that foot, folding forward, drawing the left heel in. Soften the gaze. Really flex that foot and notice how that affects the whole calf muscle. Nice. We'll walk the hands forward. Tuck the toes, lift up that right knee, and plunge forward into warrior 3 prep, fingertips on the ground. Stay right here with the toes pointed behind you, or lift the arms to the sides. And you can notice if you look straight down versus if you look forward, how that shifts your posture and your focus. Exhale, bring the hands down, standing splits. And inhale, right knee behind the left, diva squat, hips descend. Inhale, send it back. Nice. Now draw the right knee in and then sink the hips down. Sweep the left arm up and over. Gaze over that left shoulder. And if you want to take the right elbow, press it into the top of the knee to help you twist a little deeper. We're transitioning from the spring months into the summer months. So whereas spring has a little bit easier light that flows into the world, God's energy is coming down in a way that we can receive it. The summer months are a bit more harsh, harder to work with. And it's in those difficult moments that we have to reset both the gaze and bringing our attention in, restoring from within, so that we can walk forward and progress through these summer months with focus and with care. Nice. Nice last deep breath here. And on the exhale, come forward, palms to the mat. Step the right foot back. Draw the left knee in. Three-legged dog, extend. And then gaze forward, knee to the outer left wrist, pigeon. Stay on the palms. Bring that block to stabilize the mind under the forehead, or come onto the elbows, thumbs into the forehead space, or stack the forearms and settle down here, closing the eyes. The Hebrew letter of Tammuz is the chet, and the first time we see the chet is hoshech, darkness. So on one hand, it's sight, which is connected with light, and on the other hand, chet represents darkness, hoshech. So sometimes to see the light more clearly, first we have to bathe ourselves in darkness. First we have to go through the purification, the reset, the coming in order to open our eyes and see more clearly. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. The bottom of the exhale, bring the palms to the mat. Feel some spaciousness in the chest. And carefully open the eyes, seeing more clearly what your struggles are, what we need to be wary of, be careful of this month in the month of sight, knowing where we stumble so that we can prepare ourselves for this harsh month. Let's tuck the right toes. Bring the knee in, lift three-legged dog. Let's bend the knee and roll out the heel, open the hip, gaze to that, under that left armpit. And then set the feet down, coming into downward facing dog, lifting the sit bones up, but pressing the chest low. On your next inhale, let's ripple forward into plank, gliding the heels back, pressing evenly into all 10 fingers. Breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Pelvic floor is firm and stable, lifting the heart. And exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale as we lift the right leg. Exhale, gaze forward, step it through. Lower the knees, or the left knee. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, fold forward, lifting the toes. Inhale, walk the fingertips forward. Lift the back knee up. Inhale, warrior three, prep. Now we're gonna move on from here by lightly bending that right knee, opening the hip up. So bring that left hand to the left hip and then stepping back to warrior two with the eyesight over that middle finger. You might need to fix the foot so that it's in line with that top of the heel. How's the gaze? Soft but focused. Nice. And then draw the left fingertips down. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Inhale, high lunge. Lifting through the fingertips. Left thigh is pressing back and up. Exhale, palms together as we twist to the right. So use that left elbow to really push against the outer knee and lift that left knee so we're not sinking down there. All right, we're going to do a big movement here all the way to reverse warrior. All right, so prepare for it. We'll go into warrior two and then right into reverse warrior. Inhale, sweeping all the way up, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse warrior. Nice. Nice big movement there. And then cartwheel the arms forward. Right knee is right over the heel. Slide the foot back, plank. Energetically hug the heels of the hands towards the top of the toes. Notice how that engages the muscles of the core. Keep the eyesight soft and steady between the hands. Breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, flip the toes, downward facing dog. In through the nose. And open mouth, exhale. Let's try that again. In through the nose. Nice. Next inhale, lift the left heel high. And exhale, gaze forward, step it through, right knee down. Inhale, palms lift. Exhale, flip the heel. Curl the toes in. And exhale, walk the fingertips forward. Warrior three, fingertips down. And again, right hand to right hip. Slightly bend that front knee. Twist the heel so that it's in line with the top heel. And then step it back. Warrior two. Eyesight forward over that middle finger. Cutting through any negativity with our eyes and illuminating our future with Ein Tov, with positive, holy vision. Flip the thumb down, trace the fingers down and up, coming onto the ball of the back foot. Inhale. And exhale, twist to the left, palm to palm. And try to gaze right over the fingertips. Now prepping for reverse warrior, we're going to untwist, coming into warrior two, and then flip the palm into reverse warrior. Breathe in and exhale. And cartwheel the arms forward. Beautiful job. Slide it back, plank. Inhale, breathe in, sink the heels back. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. In through the nose, open mouth, exhale. Really let out that audible exhale, washing it through your body. Last breath in through the nose. We'll go through that flow, breath to movement. Really focusing on the gaze, softening the gaze. Noticing how you're seeing yourself and perhaps the objects around you in the room. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, palms lift. Exhale, crown to toes. Inhale, walk it forward. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, settle here. Inhale, trace the fingers down, high lunge. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale here, pressing palms together. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, cartwheel the arms forward. Exhale, step it back, plank. Inhale, lower the elbows. Exhale. Inhale, press the heart forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high, other side. Exhale, gaze forward, step it through. Inhale, high, low lunge. Exhale, runner's lunge. Runner's stretch. Inhale, walk it forward. Exhale, warrior three. Bring the right hand to hip. Inhale. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. And exhale, palm to palm. Inhale, press palms together. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, cartwheel the arms. Exhale, slide it back, plank. Inhale. And exhale, forward. Inhale, press the heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, flip the toes, down dog. 3 breaths here. Let's go one more time. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, gaze forward. Can you close your eyes here? You know where to go. Inhale, sweep arms high. Exhale, runner's stretch. Inhale, walk the fingertips forward. Exhale, warrior three, set up. Inhale as we twist. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, fingertips down, ball of the foot, lift the fingers. Exhale, twist to the right. And inhale here. Notice the gaze while we do this big flip. And exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, cartwheel the arms. Exhale, plank. Let's take an inhale here. And exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, tops of the feet. Lift the crown. Exhale, down dog. Last side, you know where to go. I encourage you to close the eyes even for one pose and then reopen and notice how the sense of sight really guides you and balances you. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it forward. Right knee lowers. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, curl the toes up. Inhale, walk it forward. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, right hand to right hip. Exhale, warrior two. Drop the fingers down and up. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist to the left, palm to palm. Inhale, preparing. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, cartwheel the arms. Exhale, step it back, plank. Hug the heels of the hands back. Reach the crown forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Thank you, Hashem, for all these colors that I'm seeing, all the textures, all the imperfections in the world that we see. And please, Hashem, help us see with pure, holy eyes. Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot through. Lower the left knee. This time we'll sink the hips and just roll out the hips in figure eights. Descending through the sit bones, inviting in that element of cool water, cooling breaths. Nice. We'll meet at the top of the mat. Press the left palm. Inhale, twist to the right. Reach the fingertips. Maybe lift that back heel and pull it into the low back. Can you gaze over the right toe? Wait, is that my left foot? Can you gaze over the left toe? And drop the foot. Circle the hand forward. Roll the shoulders back. And then bring the hands to the hips. Keep that right hand on the hip. And then sweep the left fingers up and over to the right. Keeping our balance through our sight. And deepening into the twist a little bit further. And if you have the mobility, you can even bring the right fingers to the ground. Nice. Inhale, reaching high. And exhale, hands over the third eye, our higher vision, and helping that inform our physical vision. Wash the palms down, lift that left knee, sweep the right heel high, and then lower it down. Sink the heels, 3 breaths. On the next inhale, rise the left foot high, gaze forward, step it through, right knee lowers, sink the hips here. And stay right here if your hips are really tight. Otherwise, bring some water-like movement into the hips. Sometimes when the difficult emotions come, we just need to be by a body of water, if you can get to one. Immersing in water is the ultimate in Tammuz in these difficult times. But if you don't have access, also visualizing this element of cooling water washing over you, clearing anything negative out. Let's sink the hips here, gaze forward. And then inhale, hands high. And then exhale to the left. Either the left hand can be on the hip, or you can bring them to the ground if you can reach. You might also want to block right here. I prefer the hip. The fingertips are lifting all the way over towards the left side. Keeping that left knee and hip in line. And then sweeping both arms high. Inhale. And exhale over the third eye. Closing the eyes if you can. Otherwise, accessing even a glimpse of your higher vision. And then letting that drip down into our eyes so we can see more clearly our life. And then begin to bow forward as the palms come down. Tuck the toes, lift the right knee. And send the left leg high. And then set it down, downward facing dog. And we'll just drop the knees here. And bring the sit bones down into a seated. Let's take the palms and we'll rub it together. Close the eyes and press the palms over the sockets again. Seeing into the darkness. Letting the choshech heal. Choosing what to look at when we're walking down the street or when we're doing our yoga postures empowers us to be in the forefront of our life instead of being assaulted by images and being swept away by anything we see. We close our eyes and we open our eyes intentionally and look with purpose. What are you looking at? How are you looking at things? Breathe here. And then drop from the palms. Lift the heels. Open the palms. Seeing the world is a way of receiving the world. So being conscious receivers with what we see. And then straighten the legs Engage the core. And then slowly come all the way down. Bring the right knee into the chest and lift the chin towards that right knee and guide the left heel a few inches away from the floor. Breathe in here. And exhale, switch. Right heel hovers, left knee in. Breathe in. And exhale, switch. You can keep your head down if you have any neck soreness and just bring knee in and other knee in. If you want some more core strength, lift the chin. We'll take 10 more breaths, however feels right for you, either chin up or chin down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both knees in. And we'll just rock forward, keeping the knees in and placing the eye sockets on the tops of the knees, palms down. How much junk are we looking at through the day? Whether it's scrolling on our phones or looking at magazines that maybe don't inform us with such positivity. Pressing the eyes in as a way of saying, I'm taking my sense of sight back in my hands. I'm choosing what to look at consciously and with integrity. And come onto the sit bones, lengthen the heels forward. Inhale, sweep hands up as the palms face towards each other. Exhale, fold forward, gaze in. Before we can see others in a good way, we also have to see ourselves with goodness first. Before we can love another, we need to love ourselves first and foremost. It says on the first day of the season of Tammuz, nothing has a shadow. Interestingly, nothing has a shadow. So we could take this as a physical, literal interpretation, but I'd like to offer a deeper approach. What does it mean, nothing has a shadow? It means that we can see ourselves clearly, without distortion. We can see the world, even for a glimpse, just that first day, without any shadow of darkness or obscurity. Pull the crown forward, fold in. A few more breaths here. Seeing ourselves with the full picture. And not just the good stuff, but also the difficult stuff. Working through our grief, our sadness, our jealousy, our negativity, but first seeing it clearly. What is the work here? And come onto your back, opening the palms. If you have any props you want for this final relaxation, maybe a bolster under the knees or an eye pillow would be excellent here. I wish I had one. But settling into your final posture and choosing to open or close the eyes. How do we see the good in ourselves? It starts by the Hakarat Hatov, seeing ourselves in a good way. It starts with one point. Nukudat Hatov, that's a single point of goodness, a tiny speck of goodness. Seeing it, amplifying it, illuminating it, and in that way, the goodness grows. Goodness grows when you focus on it. So let's take a journey inwards through the shells of hardness and negativity and jealousy, through all the gunk that we've seen this past year, through all the layers, journeying deeper and deeper to find one speck, one point of pure goodness in yourself. For some, it may take longer than others to locate, but we all have it in us. And once you found a point of light, as if you're cradling it in the palms, look at it with all the river of your gaze and see how that grows, opens, celebrates. Holding this goodness with so much care and gratitude, focusing on this and redirecting our gaze to see the good first in ourselves so that we can more easily see it in others. And when we see it in others, it grows in others. Knowing that we all have the goodness, the pure points inside. We just need to look at it, to let it magnify. Let's bring the palms again over the eyes. Notice any blackness or any colors that may flash when the eyelids are closed. Kabbalists say that when we close our eyes and see a color, these are actually the sphirot, the divine emanations interacting with us. So being closely aware of the colors that flash in our vision, in our screens. Actually seeing a really magnetic blue right now. And if you don't see anything, that's okay. Just let the darkness wash over you. Then reach the fingertips behind the head. Curl in, bringing the knees into chest. And rolling onto the left, lifting up into a seated. Hands to the knees. And we'll take the Arizal's encouragement to really go through this month with a high sensitivity towards what we see and how we see it. So open the eyes with gratitude for all the sights around us and just magnificent creation that we can actually choose what to look at and roll our eyes wherever we want, turn away when there's something improper or immodest or toxic for us. And when we do see something beautiful, actually pour our whole awareness there. I'll just end with this last Torah that it is a custom in Tammuz to bring children into gardens and to spend time in the Ganim because we want to fill our eyes with beautiful, natural sights that are just gifts from the Creator. So I encourage us all to walk into gardens, to do yoga in the gardens, to meditate by gazing at flowers and beautiful sights. And in that way, we purify our eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and happy Tammuz or happy year whenever you're practicing this.